So Bitcoin and altcoins are still bleeding out, and many people are wondering why this is occurring. So let's take a look at three different reasons why Bitcoin and altcoins have been bleeding out. And, these three reasons put together makes a ton of sense once we look at it. So let's jump into it in this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on X if you're watching over there as well. And so let's talk about it here. So three reasons Bitcoin and altcoins are crashing. Well, first we have to take a look at Bitcoin. Fell to a low of 97,855, declining about 10% from its high earlier this month. We also have a number of altcoins that are in the, dropping over 20% in the red. And the first main reason for the crash is the fact that investors have embraced a risk on sentiment following DeepSeek's success. So we've heard about DeepSeek. It's something that has been brought to our attention from the Chinese. So the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq 100, and S&P 500 have all fallen by 2% from this news. They are a Chinese competitor to programs like ChatGPT or XAI, and they were developed in less than 4 months and at a fraction of the cost of others. So, what does that really signify? Well, it's raising concerns about future demand for high priced chips from companies like NVIDIA and AMD, as well as broader market valuations, especially on AI crypto. So that's why we are seeing AI crypto specifically take a hit here as well, because now people are starting to question how much is it needed or how much is it going to cost, and are these things overvalued? Well, in my opinion, we can't take China's word for it. I mean, um, when you look at the information that's out there, how many times have they banned crypto? And then they come back and they say, okay, well, we're gonna allow crypto again, and then they ban it again, and then they, number of different things that have come out of China, especially in terms of, like COVID-19 and a number of other things there. And it's like, can we really believe what China says? I put them in the same bracket as Russia in terms of disinformation and not wanting to look bad and always wanting to one up everybody else. So, in my opinion, unless they come out with actual proof that that is what, it cost and how long it took for them to develop this, I really don't. I really don't believe everything that comes from China's mouth, and I don't believe everything I read on the internet as well. So, there's that. So, is it possible? Yes, it's possible, but until I see some proof, I'm not really going to believe it. Second, the market anticipates the Federal Reserve's upcoming interest rate decision. We know that these events impact crypto sometimes negatively. They're expecting the Fed to maintain a hawkish tone, which is not ideal, right? We want interest rate cuts, but inflation doesn't seem to be completely going away yet, and they are only anticipating maybe two cuts this year. So, third, anticipation of earnings reports from major tech companies such as Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Apple, and Tesla. And we could also look at, some of that rolling back into the same thing when we talked about DeepSeek, where, are we really, is it rolling into that and is going to affect their earnings as well? Because sometimes when we get earnings reports, it doesn't, even if they're good, it doesn't positively impact the price because there could be other news out there that is help dragging it down, right? So there's that. Bitcoin price pattern points to more downside. We're looking at the daily chart that shows Bitcoin's price formed a double top chart pattern. We can see this line right here where we have two touches. So that is what we call a double top chart pattern at 108,310. So the neckline here is at 90K. So this is one of the most bearish patterns in technical analysis, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel here because Bitcoin remains above the 50-day and 100-day moving averages. So the bullish trend right now is still intact. But if we stay below the double top level of 108K, it could potentially turn out to be a bearish scenario. So what's next for Bitcoin and crypto? Well, there's a 99% chance the Fed's going to keep interest rates steady. So that means there'll be no change. The Fed projected only, like I said, two interest rate cuts in 2025. So along with the Fed meeting, we're also getting CPI data, and this is all happening on Wednesday. So, this is a key measure of inflation and provides insights into consumers' purchasing power. So let's jump over. We're going to take a look at the price action over here. So as we can see, Bitcoin dipping down below 100K. It was actually sitting just over 100K when I started this video. So you can see how fast the market is moving here. And like I said, we'll take a look at some of these 24 hours. Like some of these coins are down double digits. So we are getting hit fairly hard. So I'm not anticipating this dip to be over. We're going to have to wait until the Fed meeting, in my opinion, and also, wait till we get CPI data as well. So that's going to give us more of an indication of what's really going on with inflation. So that's what I got for you guys in this video. It's not necessarily what you guys want to hear. However, this is what's happening in crypto right now. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.